Welcome to Princess Lillian's garden. In this video, I'm going to show you how to rescue a dead rose, because that hot pink rose you just saw came looking like this. When you buy a rose from a shop, it is grafted onto a root stock and usually will have only one or two stems growing out. Only allow growth from these two stems and no more growth from the rootstock below. All those stems below the joint need to be cut off, and that's what I did, and then I planted it in the soil. One more thing is the rootstock can throw out a new stem within a short range. You should get rid of this, because this sort of rose is what you will result. It's very different from your type of rose. It will kill your plant. The way it will kill your rose is that, being the rightful owner of the root, it will overtake your plant and it's not going to be producing the best quality featured roses like this. It will hinder this grafted stem. This grafted stem will not be able to produce so much. So it means your entire rose plant is now dead or dying. We need to understand how to rescue a rose plant before this happens. After 6 weeks, the rootstock on that dead rose has proved itself to be alive, and it's thrown out leaves, and there's actually a pink rose bud. This soon starts to develop into a very beautiful looking rose bud, which matures and blooms, and this is what I got as a result. This was the very first rose from that dead plant, and it looked really beautiful. It lit up everywhere, and I was so happy to be able to bring this rose back to life. Now the rose soon matured, and I had to take a look and see that the pollen grains looked a bit brown, but this was not a problem. It was just the characteristic of the rose. And one thing I need to take note of now is to ensure that this rose plant remains with just that one stem that has been grafted onto the rootstock. So I would have to keep this in mind. This had been a bit of a struggle because I kept on seeing new stems trying to grow out of the soil. All this would have come from the rootstock. I had to get rid of each and every one of them because they would not bring joy. Retaining that single stem would be the best thing for this rose plant to be able to grow and carry on and remain alive. That is the fifth thing that we have to remember when we are growing roses. You need to take note of the number of stems that came with your rose. If it came with 1, 2, or 3 stems, retain that number and your rose will live for a very long time, even decades. If your rose starts to bring up more stems from the soil, that is the rootstock taking over. And this would not help the grafted stem. It is the grafted stem only that should be encouraged in order to get such beautiful roses as this. If you wish, you may plant this separately and let it grow independent of your original rootstock, and it could work fine that way. I got to take all these pictures throughout the year. The rose plant only produced about 4 or 5 roses, but I believe in the following year it will do much better. And that is how to bring back a dead rose. Remember this point and save all the beautiful roses in your gardens from dying. Did you like my videos? Please take a minute to subscribe, leave a comment and a like. Thank you for watching this video, and please save your roses because they can live for decades if you prevent the rootstock from taking over.